What can I fucking say about this series? What can I say? What can I realistically say about this fucking series? I gotta fucking say this right now. New York Rangers, you didn't fucking deserve to win anything in this goddamn series. You didn't fucking deserve this at all. You got beyond lucky tonight. And you've been completely pretty much protected by the NHL as the next dynasty. You've been protected tonight. As an official myself, and I've talked to other officials that were former NHL officials and other college hockey officials. I've been talking about this for probably about the past few minutes before I came on live. But as a former professional referee told me tonight, that was one of the worst officiated series he has ever seen in his entire life. Penguins didn't blew shit. The fucking NHL referees blew the entire fucking series. This series is absolutely on the fault of the NHL. If I were an NHL referee right now, I would be absolutely disgusted by the product you guys shown tonight. Absolutely fucking terrible. Beyond pathetic. As an official myself, making it all the way to the state semifinals as a fourth-year official for lacrosse, seeing this kind of fuckery in the goddamn professional NHL, it's pathetic. They did not win fair and square. Pure and simply, this was a horrible officiated series. Rangers did not deserve a fucking thing to this series. They didn't deserve it. Pure and simply, they did not deserve it. They played cheap. They played dirty. They've knocked out players intentionally. The high sticks were terrible. The calls were absolutely terrible. The high sticks and the late hits were beyond pathetic. How can you call anything in regards to this series? Like, how can you make these calls? These calls were blown out of proportion. There is absolutely no reason that this series should have even been this close. This was a series where the Rangers completely fucking bodied the Penguins because they knew it was fucking awful. Pure and simply, this was pathetic. This was a fucking screw job by the NHL. This was a fucking screw job. This was pathetic. How could you even say that getting fucking Crosby, getting fucking oh, fuck you. You're going to get fucking timed out of fucking shit. That's fucking terrible. Fuck you, motherfucker. You don't deserve that kind of shit right now. I'm just going to say this, pure and simply put. If you support what the Rangers fucking did in this series, then you shouldn't be ashamed to be an NHL fan. Absolutely ashamed. There is no reason for dirty officiating, dirty play in the NHL like this to be allowed throughout the entire playoffs. I've seen some great series, and the Penguins had a great start. But then the Rangers decided to play dirty pretty much in the middle of Game 4 all the way to fucking Game 7. And what did the NHL do? Absolutely fucking nothing. Mm-hmm. They've done next to nothing. They made one call the entire series that was for 4 minutes for a actual hit where the guy was almost fucking bleeding. Oh, a high stick to Chris Letang? Oh, let's only give him 2 minutes where it's directly in his fucking face. I'm sorry. That's pathetic. Absolutely. You should be embarrassed of yourself. If you're an NHL official calling that series, you should be ashamed of yourself. Pure and simply, you should be ashamed. That is beyond terrible. Absolutely pathetic how you officiated this series. And I could call you out because I referee myself. And I talked to other referees. I talked to 3 other referees tonight, including one former NHL official. And they said it was terrible. That officiating was garbage. You should be ashamed of yourselves. Awful. I'm sorry. I can't get over. I'm not going to say they didn't deserve shit when you could literally tell that this series was gifted to the Rangers. This series was gifted to them. Pure and simply, this was a gifted series. The Rangers got in this game because of pure luck and because of injuries. If it wasn't for Crosby getting injured, if it wasn't for Tristan Jarry getting injured, this series would have been over in 5 games. Pure and simply, the Rangers got beyond lucky and beyond gifted a fucking series win because the NHL wants to defend the 2020 number 1 overall pick, Alex Lafreniere, and get his team to be a dynasty. Go fuck yourself. This is terrible. I'm sorry. This was pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. I'm sorry. I don't understand how anyone, even a Rangers fan, could be actually happy with this series. I even talked to a Rangers fan. Oh, let me just tell you guys something. This is funny. I talked to a Rangers fan as well in part of that group chat I'm in. They said, I'm glad we won the series, but that officiating was terrible. Even when your own fan base says that the officiating was terrible, that's a problem. That's an absolute problem. I'm sorry. I don't see how the Rangers get past the Canes in less than 5 games. I don't see how the Rangers win the next series. If they get past the Canes somehow, there is something going on. There is definitely some insider work going on because this was not even close to fair. The goalie play, I will admit, was pretty good by both teams. The Rangers were terrible. For the most part, the Rangers really played bad. And the only reason they got in this series is because they injured players intentionally. They injured Crosby intentionally, and yet, what do they mostly get? 2 minute minor. That should be a 5-minute major at least, or a 4-minute major. But yet, no. Oh, we're just gonna give them a minor. We don't care. Come on, all right, I gotta time you out, dude. We're not gonna do that stuff in here. We're not gonna throw government aims out in here. But I'm sorry. I know how A-Bomb feels right now, man. I know how it is. I know this is terrible. It's pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic. Even look at this. Even as a Capitals fan, when other fan bases, including the Rangers, say that this officiating was terrible, then you know I'm right. Then everyone knows that series was horrible. Congrats on being gifted a fucking series, Rangers. I hope the fucking series win was worth it. Have fun getting killed by the Canes next round. Have fun. You are the most overrated playoff team I have ever seen in my entire life. You are a bunch of fucking goons, and you don't deserve to win shit. Pure and simply, they don't. I don't know how any Rangers fan could be happy with anything that happened this series. It's terrible. Absolutely awful. And trust me, this isn't the first time the Rangers have been gifted shit. This isn't the first time. They absolutely got they got fucked. Pure and simply, the Penguins got fucked. And I can't take it, man. I am beyond myself right now. I'm disgusted. Should I be more upset? Should I be screaming right now? Yes, but you know what? I'm trying to keep it as calm as I can because I know it's late at night, and I want to actually go watch the eclipse tonight. I actually want to enjoy myself because right now I don't know how I understand watching hockey anymore. It's fun. Like I love watching playoff hockey, but this kind of shit just makes me like it a lot less. Terrible officiating ruins any sport. I can tell you guys this. I've done numerous rants on terrible officiating. Without a doubt, this was absolutely some of the worst officiating I've seen in playoffs. I'll even admit this. Super Bowl 40, the refs were fucking terrible. As a Steeler fan, the refs were terrible. Watching back on the game, the refs were horrible. I will admit that. You know, I can admit when reffing's absolutely terrible. I can admit it. And tonight, there was no fucking different. And yet, the Penguins get costed a series. And guess what's going to happen next? We're going to lose Evgeny Malkin, Chris Letang. Oh, no. Bengals are not rough. Fuck off. But, Max, sorry. You're being dumb. I'm sorry. I'm on the opposite side. Trust me. Was I happy with the call? No, but you know what? They technically, by rule, they made the right call. By rule. By rule tonight, though, a high stick of that caliber to Chris Letang in the second period should have been a 4 fucking minute major. But what do we get? Oh, we're just going to give him a 2. As a hockey official, you are held to a higher standard than most other officials because not only you have to keep up with the players, but you should be able to have the glory of instant replay. But the problem is you can't challenge penalties anymore. You can't. Not in basketball. You can actually challenge fouls in basketball, but it's terrible. Oh my God. I just can't believe this. This is the end of the Penguins dynasty, and we get it ruined. We could have made one more cup run. We could have made one more, but we got pretty much our dynasty ruined thanks to fucking terrible officiating. God, it's terrible. I'm sorry, man. This is going to be a rough offseason. We're going to lose a lot of players. I really hope we don't lose lose Sidney Crosby and everyone. We're going to lose at least one of the big three we've had as captains for a long time. Oh my God. No way. Did he really say that? Bad Dog is a casual hockey fan. He said the refs are terrible. What else do I need to prove? My point is proven. Even when one of the biggest former TTC makers, one of the biggest sports members says that live, the NHL fucked up. They fucked up. And trust me, I even knew after that terrible, I knew something was up. When Chris Letang's high stick was not a 4-minute, I knew something was up. When Crosby didn't get at least a penalty for that hit that took him out of the game, I knew something was up. Something was up in this entire series, and I really hope the NHL proves it. I really hope they get to the bottom of this. If I were the Penguins right now, I'd be disgusted. I would want these officials not working another fucking series for the rest of their goddamn career. They should not work another playoff series. They should only be regular season refs. They should never work another playoff series. In college, if you make a bad call in college, your crew does not work the rest of the year. That's how it should be in the NHL. This is absolutely disgusting how when you're at the professional level, just because you're at the professional level, we're not going to give a fuck if you make a bad call. You make whatever the fuck call you want. That's how bad it is right now. It's happened in the NBA, NFL, NHL, MLB. It happens everywhere. And I'm sick and tired of it. You're ruining great playoff games because of terrible officiating, and that's disgusting. It's disgusting. I don't get it. I don't get how you can say that this series was rigged. I don't get how anyone in their right mind can say that the officiating was not terrible in this series. Even when the biggest Ranger fans out in YouTube and even just in the general fan of Ranger space says that the fishing was terrible, there's a problem. You absolutely know there's a problem. Pathetic. I don't know how to feel right now. I'm disgusted. That's the biggest emotion I can feel right now is disgusted. Because this series should not have gone over the Rangers. It should not have won the Rangers. It should not have. I'm sorry. The Rangers had no right winning this series. Oh my God. And now the Penguins dynasty, as we know it, is over. It sucks to say it, but it's over. And end like this is pathetic. And I really hope the NHL learns to get their fucking shit together the rest of the playoffs. That crew should never work another playoff series ever again. They should never work another series. If I were the head of officiating, I would ban that crew from working another playoff series. Absolutely. I would go right on the spot and say, hey, you guys are not working another playoff series. That was beyond terrible. I could cite every missed call you made. Because when you're the head of officiating, you were supposed to do that. But yet, I would not be surprised if they just get a slap on the wrist and be done with it. Because who gives a fuck nowadays? I try my best when I'm reffing out there. Even if I'm reffing little youth league games or if I'm reffing some of the top high school players in the state. I try my fucking hardest to ref and make the best calls possible. But when you're at the professional level and you fuck up this badly, there is no excuse. You are making thousands of dollars a game. And you have to know the fucking rules. And you have to make the best calls possible. But when you do this, it's terrible. Do I think the Penguins have gone soft? No. The Rangers are such a dirty fucking team. They play dirty throughout almost this entire fucking series. The Penguins did hit hard when they needed to. They had to retaliate. The Penguins are not known as a hard-hitting team. The Penguins are known more for finesse and blocking shots and getting good opportunities off turnovers. They're not known for a hard-hitting team. I'm sorry. Rangers, you did not deserve this series. I'm sorry to the... I don't know how I can even say that the Rangers deserve this. They didn't. They didn't deserve it. Pure and simply, they did not deserve this win. I'd be ashamed if I were a Rangers fan. And even when the top Rangers fans are agreeing with me, you know it's a problem. Dude, officiating has been problematic way before gambling has been in effect. It's been way worse. The Rangers are the only thing that kept the Rangers in this series was Igor Salinsky. That was the only thing keeping them in this entire fucking series. If it wasn't for him, if it was for a goalie that was different than him, the Rangers would have been swept. Rangers got lucky. Like, even 2 of their goals tonight were based off pure luck. The third one that tied the game was from a missed fucking penalty call where the guy ripped off the Penguins player's helmet and ripped it off of him, which should be an immediate arm up, and it should be a penalty as soon as they touch it. That is the right call, and you fucked up. That should be an immediate interference, 2-minute minor. But yet, we're not going to call anything. Disgusting. This is actually a great point. This is a great point. This is exactly what they are. Exactly what they are. 100% exactly. Terrible. This series was absolutely terrible. And I just continue just really just get despised of every time I go live and make a rant of how bad the officiating is. I just feel like it's never going to fix the issue. It's never going to fix it. When I say tonight, will it fix the NFL officiating? No. Maybe if I was a bit bigger on social media, maybe it would have, but I'm sorry, but nothing's going to get changed until they actually get better refs that actually know what they're doing. Like these referees, when they continue to miss calls, they should not be officiating playoff games where it matters most. They should just stick to the AHL, the ECHL. They should be demoted. Why can't they do that? Why can't they? Because it's just not how it works, unfortunately. And it's a shame. It's a fucking shame. And I love hockey. I love watching playoff hockey. Like one of my favorite tournaments are the college lacrosse tournament, the college basketball tournament, and NHL playoffs are probably my 3 favorite playoffs. And then probably 4th would be NFL. But it's just embarrassing to see this. Unlike Toronto that blew their series because they absolutely choked, the Penguins got fucking robbed, and yet officiating, it won't change. They let the Rangers fans go home, go happy, because I immediately would say if the Rangers would have lost this game, it would be the other way around. I would have criticized how bad the officiating is, but the Rangers would be crying foul, and yet nothing would happen. My God. I'm disgusted. I'm purely disgusted, man. And I just hate seeing this. Even I thought NHL playoff hockey was immune to bad officiating. I thought it was. But I was proven wrong. And that sucks to say it. It sucks because I love watching playoff sports. I do. Even playoff hockey is phenomenal. But when it comes down to it, just these calls are just... they're just terrible. And they're inexcusable to make. They're going to rank so Dallas wins the title. I don't think that's going to happen. If anything, they're going to give it to the Panthers. At the end of the day, I think the Panthers... it's going to be Panthers and Colorado in the final, if I had to guess. Officiating has never been this awful. Thank you. I agree 100%. Oh, my God. I just wish there was a way you could challenge penalties, but no, having the league being they are, the having those collective bargaining agreements, the NHL head officiating and their team, the union, would never agree to it. And that's why there's never going to be a way to challenge penalties, because it would hurt the egos of the head of the officiating. It would hurt it. So that's why it's never seems like it's going to change. You can challenge goals, you can challenge fouls in the NBA now, which is actually improving the league a little bit. But NHL, it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. Why? Because it's going to hurt everyone's ego. If you start telling them to challenge penalties, it's going to hurt the NHL's league. It's going to hurt. Because they're going to argue that, it slows the game down. It questions the judgment of our officials. It's going to delay the fan experience and they're going to get outlawed. That's fucking bullshit. I'm sorry. That's terrible. It's awful. I don't understand how you can do. In soccer, you can challenge it. NBA, you can challenge fouls, but it's very, very hard for it to work. Even in the NFL, they tried to challenge pass interference. Was it successful? Not really, because they got rid of it the next season. So, good Lord. This hurts. This hurts so badly. I really hope that something changes. I really hope that something changes. Because right now, as a Penguins fan, it's just going to be tough seeing this dynasty, these core group of guys that have kept our team together for so many years. It's going to be tough seeing some of them go off this offseason. What's up, Jordan Francis? How you doing, man? Thanks for tuning in. Are you really in hockey? That's a bullshit question, Brandon. Am I really into hockey? Do you see this fucking jersey right here? Do you see all these patches that I got on my jersey? I got all these patches. Look at all the patches I got right here, man. Does it look like I'm into hockey? Why aren't Murray satisfied with me because I have? I didn't expect the Penguins to go to the Stanley Cup and win it this year. Did I really expect it? No, I didn't expect the Penguins to go to the Stanley Cup final this year. Would I have liked to see it? Yes. But I knew they weren't going to get into it. I knew they were probably going to lose to the Panthers. I know the Panthers are probably the best team going into this. Either Panthers or the Lightning were going to beat us. I would have liked to have gone to those games to see it, though, but we probably would beat Carolina. We would definitely have beaten them. I have a good feeling we probably would have. But, man, I love the fact that Sidney Crosby won 3 Stanley Cups. But the problem is, it's getting older. Like, pretty much Ben Roethlisberger just retired this year. It sucks seeing some of these athletes I grew up watching are suddenly now are retiring and getting older and not as prime as they used to be. You know what you need, Lucas? A nice cup of hot Java and a warm bubble bath. That sounds really good right about now. It's way too late, but that would probably be a good idea for probably sometime later on this week. I'll probably do something like that. Be fun. Thank you, Jordan. I haven't seen you on my channel before, but welcome into my channel, man. If I had to make a prediction on who's winning at the rest of this point, Rangers and Canes, I'm going to say the Canes in 6. Rangers somehow get 2 wins out of their ass. Panthers and Lightning, Panthers win in 7. Colorado Avalanche Blues, Colorado in 6. And then I've had to pick the last series, which would be Flames and Oilers, Oilers in 5. I think whoever wins tonight is going to get crushed by the Oilers. And then in the finals, I say Edmonton and Florida, or Edmonton, Florida and Colorado. As whoever wins that Rangers-Canes series is not being Florida or Tampa. They're not winning. They will not win. So, my God. Goodness gracious, man. I love my Penguins. I've been following this Penguins team since 2005 when I could start watching them, because when I got into sports in 2004, had the Steelers, but the NHL unfortunately was in the lockout. So I really couldn't watch them. I saw a little bit of Marc-Andre Fleury's rookie year because I ended up going to I think I went to a Penguins Devils game in New Jersey where I saw Fleury versus Martin Brodeur, which was phenomenal because Fleury and Brodeur are some of the greatest goalies ever. So, Stars are winning. I haven't even watched the game. I was just so disgusted. And people are going to complain about the fact that, oh, Louis Domingue gave up a soft-ass goal. Oh, people are going to complain that, oh, the Penguins gave up too many goals to the Rangers. Does that really matter? Louis Domingue did a great fucking job for us in the time he came in. He did his fucking best. Were you expecting to be a fucking great goalie? No. But you were expecting him to get the job done. He did what he could. And the fact that we lost one of our guys, Casey Smith, so early on is insane. And then Louis Domingue stepped up the best he could. Jari was still hurt. The fact the Rangers won this series is the fact that they just capitalized on injuries and just pure dumb luck. Pure fucking dumb luck. But at the end of the day, what else is there really to say? My point's been proven tonight, folks. My point has been proven tonight. When even the top Ranger fans on YouTube say that this series had terrible officiating, and even when refs that I knew, including a former NHL official, said that this series was terribly officiated, then you know the NHL has an officiating problem. And tonight, my name right here proves it. The Rangers didn't deserve it. They absolutely didn't. So, Rangers, have fun getting your asses kicked by the Canes in the next round. It's going to be a bloodbath. You got purely lucky, and now you're going to let the Canes crush you because the Canes actually know how to beat you guys. They're actually a more physical team. They actually have a good just core and good more depth than the Rangers do. And they're going to tire out the Rangers easily. So with that being said, I think I'm going to call it for tonight, guys. I am absolutely tired. I don't know how else I can realistically put my thoughts more than I did in the past 28 minutes. So those officials that worked the NHL game, you absolutely do not deserve any bit of respect. You deserve nothing more than criticism, because when you're getting paid thousands of dollars to officiate an NHL game of this caliber and you fuck up this badly throughout the entire series, you deserve shame. You deserve criticism, and you deserve to be blacklisted from future playoff games. You don't deserve to continue to officiate games like you do now. What's going to happen to the officials at the end of the day? What do you think? My prediction for them is they're just going to get a slap on the wrist. Nothing. Goodbye. Go home. Have a good off season. And then come back next year. That's all that's going to happen. Not much more. Because it will hurt their ego when you really criticize how bad they did in the playoffs. It will really just say, oh, we can't challenge their penalty calls. We can't challenge it. Oh, we can't challenge the fact that they missed it. Even Mike Sullivan even questioned them during the game, saying, why didn't you call this? And he is absolutely right. Fuck off with this shit, man. All right, I'm done. Fuck this. Let's go, Penguins. I still will rep my team to the day I fucking die. But tonight is a dark night in Penguins history. And a black eye in the NHL officiating as a whole. In the NHL playoffs, this will definitely be a black eye on their resume. Because the NHL has a great playoff series, but this will definitely be a humongous black eye this year. And I will tell you that many other people will talk about this. But with that being said, see you guys later. Stay awesome. Have a great night. Fuck the Rangers. And let's go Pens. Penguins fan to the day I die.